All right. There we go. Guys, welcome to this new video. And probably the Italian audience asking themselves why I'm talking in English. But actually, recently, I've heard like multiple times the fact that, like, oh yeah, I would like to watch it, but it's in Italian. Like, so, like, since like most of the audience is also made up of students that are going to probably study in the abroad, so in English, other than students that know English very well. I told myself like probably there's actually no problem, right? So here we are, and I wanted to talk to you in this video, which is actually the second video that I make in English. The other one was like how to find accommodation in Singapore, with all the screenshots with the chats with the landlord and the landlady. If you're curious, you could go and check it out. But this one was, I mean, just to give a bit of context, I am a student, master student at the Stockholm School of Economics, which has been a great, ambition of mine in the past year, and I've been able to make it into the MIB program, which was my first and only choice for SEC, and yeah, and also SEC was the first choice in general. So like, we are now finishing the first, like the intro weeks, about which I'll post a video with the highlights next to this one, and you can see like the freshy 2024. So I'll have to keep this until tomorrow, which is the last day of the intro weeks. And so basically, I wanted to share the experience that we had today as a class and that I personally had with a negotiation exercise. So, a negotiation experiment in which we were divided in couples. We are 44, so 22 couples. I was with a guy in our class, and so basically, one, yeah, talking about landlords and tenants. One person was the tenant, and the other one was the landlord, and we were given like documents with like eight topics that we had to discuss, and like a certain amount of points for um, each agreement that we would have reached, discussing on every specific topic. Okay, so we had to maximize our score and like try to negotiate and find our best option for example, for me as a tenant, and for my, yeah, it's working, and for my colleague as a landlord. So basically, we were immersed into this context. I was like a professional, working in Boston, finding trying to find an apartment there. And what I want to share with you, uh, like also the reason why I want to share with you, comes from the fact that I had very much fun in the process, and I could really, also enjoy like the mood, the conversational mood of the negotiation, mostly because I could really get close, very close to fully maximizing like my score, in the sense that I did it in a way in which I was not forcing too much um, my preferred outcome. Okay, but I was just, trying to conduct and lead a bit the conversation in a very calm and posed way, and in the sense that, for example, like we were not strictly reasoning on one topic at a time, but mostly reasoning on like packages of topics, and actually just now is doing a reading for tomorrow for the same class, and this is something that was suggested. So I'm glad that like unconsciously, without having read this article, it's something that we had put into practice. And so just Let me see if it's okay. Yeah, it should be working. Yeah. So, like it's not a case of success hours, okay, but like it's a case in which having polite and respectful conversation, we were able to like maximize our solutions, our own solutions, and let's say in other words, like increase the whole pie that we had to split, in the moment. So getting closer to each other's interests and like understand like the other's needs without trying to prevail so much or like destroy the other person negotiating. Okay, I actually don't think that's uh, like the way in which you can have a full success in these kind of exercises. Okay, but of course some people also, I've heard that some people worked more in this way, but personally I found a lot of like growth and a lot of effectiveness in this kind of approach. Okay, my colleague also afterwards he told me that I've been a good negotiator, which I'm very happy to hear. But I recognize at the same time that he has also been a good one, but that there was no need for our own success to necessarily like prevail and like somehow really overcome the other person. Okay, so also in this case I can confirm how much I believe the this empathetic and more like cohesive approach that, for example, we adopted as a duo, as a team, but also at the same time as competitors. As two people that had different interests. Okay, um, and actually that resembles a little bit in actually a very big way the values that the university is holding up. The values of empathy, of reflection, of self-awareness, and like of transparency, honesty. And I think that in many, many contexts, and this is only one of the many, uh, you can replicate and give value to these core principles that all of us students share, since I think it's a very sensitive and a very well selected cohort, the one that I feel super lucky and proud to be part of. And yeah, so couldn't really be better. And for example, also yesterday we had another exercise within the same class, where basically we were a team of five. Okay, and so initially we had an individual task and then a group task. So first, we had to individually pick among three candidates for a specific position in a certain company. We were simulating like a recruiting process, and we had like to select one of these three. And we had general information that everybody had access to, but also like a personal file, because each one of us five had different roles, different positions within the company, and had access to different insights. Okay, so basically, based on this information, we had to make our own pick, personal, own individual pick of these one of these three candidates. Okay, and then after these 15 minutes of individual work, we had 30 minutes in which within the team we had to again like make a single decision in terms of like who we were going to select again among the three candidates. But we did that without revealing our individual picks. Okay, so it was in a way unbiased. Okay, because we didn't know what the others had picked. At the same time, we were not revealing our own pick, somehow slowly sharing the insights that we had as individuals, and try possibly like to bring the all group decisions towards our individual. Okay, that it's something that might have been in our interest as well. So like basically what happened, at the end of this 30 minutes group discussion is that, and this is crazy because this really shows how open-minded and like how also open to others individuals point of views and like contributions and really perspectives, like how open we are in these terms also, and how much we consider our colleagues opinions and perspective, consider them so much that in the final decision that we made, so we picked one candidate. So only one person out of the five had also initially in his individual decision picked the same candidate that we picked as a group. So this means that four people out of five let their initial belief go away, just left it there, against the group decision and like against the people's, like the group's motivations behind this final decision. And this really denotes and like shows how much we value each other's opinion, from my point of view, and like how much we are also open to taking into considerations other perspectives. And and this is a real proof of like also the reasons why these people that have been selected here are part of this program, okay, because they really resemble the values, they reflect the values for which this program stands for. Couldn't be more glad to be part of such a great environment. So I want to share this with you, this experience that I had, guys, and wishing you all the best with this new beginning now, September 2024. And hoping you're having a blast. Hope you're living the best time ever. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video, guys. See you.